Alright everybody, welcome back to another edition here of Friday Night SmackDown. How are y'all doing? My name is Dominic behind the commentary table. And as we are live and sold out in Dallas, Texas, it seems as though we are going to be kicking off SmackDown just like how we ended the last episode with Drew McIntyre. However, you don't see him coming out here flat on his back. No, he's standing on his own 2 feet. And he is looking for a fight, and that's exactly what he's going to get. He's going to go one-on-one against Sheamus. Okay, now all throughout the last episode of SmackDown, Drew McIntyre sat around backstage, sat around in the parking lot, waiting for EC3 to enter the arena. He even had Daniel Bryan come out to join him. Okay, the two men were looking to share beers, and then all of a sudden, that's exactly the moment where EC3 and Jackson Ryker decided to strike, attacking both men backstage, laying them out unconscious before the end of the show. And Drew McIntyre, he's pissed off, he's furious after being laid out backstage. And tonight, he's looking to lay out anybody and everybody that stands in his way. However, one thing that I can confirm to you is that EC3 is not here tonight. He will not be showing up to the arena because later on in the evening, he is going to be talking to us live via satellite in his home. As Sheamus is looking to make SmackDown his home and show the world why it's just that. He's looking to rule over his kingdom. And there you see him, one half of the bar. Of course, Cesaro's still out injured following his fight against Brock Lesnar in the steel cage all those months ago. Okay, Sheamus making his triumphant return, shocking the world as the mystery opponent, defeating Kofi Kingston in order to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match. And that was only his first match back on SmackDown. However, the problem with that is that he did not go on to continue that momentum and win the Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, sure, I'll admit, it's not particularly his fault. It was mainly because of the attack of Raw's Bobby Fish that he did not enter the Money in the Bank ladder match at 100%. Okay, being slammed through a table, being thrown through a wall. Okay, Sheamus was destroyed only moments before the match started. So when he came down to the ring to get his revenge on Roderick Strong, one of the other members in the Undisputed Era, well, it's pretty obvious that he wasn't really willing to fight in the first place, so it was easy for him to get taken out of the match. However, tonight he's looking to take out Drew McIntyre as we kick off the show with these two behemoths in the ring. Let's go. As McIntyre goes to grab Sheamus, and Sheamus immediately pushes him off. He's saying, "Nuh-uh, fella. Okay, you want to fight? That's exactly what you're gonna get." Okay, the two powerhouses in the ring right now as McIntyre, speaking of power, showing his strength, throwing him across the ring before Sheamus responds with a power slam of his own. Okay, both men trying to demonstrate just how strong the other one is. Sheamus with a right hand. Oh, and Drew McIntyre with a right hand of his own. And he said, "Come on, you know what? You want to keep showing off your power, or do you want to fight?" And that's exactly what we're going to be seeing right now, as here we go. Sheamus immediately with the elbow to the side of the head before Drew McIntyre now with the punches. And now it seems as though both men back and forth. Here we go, just pushing the other fist across. Okay, making sure they can't hit the other man. As Sheamus now looking to hit Drew McIntyre over and over again. But now if McIntyre has anything to say about it, back and forth already before sprinting into that forearm shot in the corner. Oh, God, and then an elbow for good measure off the middle turnbuckle. One. No, and only a 1 count there. Falling into the cover, but he did not fall into the laps of a little lady called Defeat. Okay, looking to defeat Sheamus here tonight. However, Sheamus, he rolled out of the ring. Very intelligent maneuvering. As it seems as though we have reached a stalemate. between the Irishman and the Scotsman. As here we go, the forearm strike. Oh, but then a right hand for good measure. As now it seems as though we're going and continuing the back and forth. However, McIntyre catching him there, but it seems as though Sheamus catches Drew McIntyre. Tosses him across the ring and catches him, tossing him into the air. Oh my God, the power on display. And Sheamus, there you see him, looking to dish out some more punishment. However, McIntyre reverses with a forearm strike. And now back and forth, we keep seeing these two men go. As now the punches, the slap to the chest, no reversed. These two men brawling throughout this ring right now. And it seems as though we're going to be seeing a brawl to the outside. As here we go, the 10 beats. As the punches connect over and over again. Thuds against the chest of Drew McIntyre. And Sheamus now has the upper hand. Okay, the count of one by the ref, but Sheamus resets the count. Okay, trying to continue the pressure here. Tosses him to the barricade. And then a right hand for good measure. Before getting tossed into the steel post. But Drew McIntyre kicks him off, escaping the wrath of Sheamus right now, going into the ring. And oh, look at this. Drew McIntyre deciding to take the moment, talking a bit of smack raps, trying to get into the head of Sheamus, saying, come on. Okay, I'm in the ring, you're on the outside, what the hell happened? As these two men share the ring again, and once again the clubbing blows back and forth by Sheamus and Drew. And as you see there, this entire match, practically a stalemate, as McIntyre catches him here, and here we go, the furious strikes, the furious rights, connecting on Sheamus. As McIntyre with the forearm strike, continuing the pressure on Sheamus now. However, Sheamus rolls out of the way of that kick, grabbing him into another power slam. And Sheamus stares down at Drew McIntyre, thinking what to do here tonight with the right hand connecting. Okay, furious strikes throughout this entire exchange between two of the best SmackDown has to offer, as Drew McIntyre launches Sheamus across the ring. Oh, and then a kick for good measure. Speaking of two of the best individuals SmackDown has to offer, later on in the evening, our main event, it was announced last week. It's going to be Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's title. I can't wait for that one. However, going back to the men's action here tonight to kick off the show, Drew McIntyre with the furious chop right to the chest. Okay, you're going to be feeling that one in the morning, Sheamus. However, Sheamus trying to continue the fight with the rights. However, he catches the headbutt. And Sheamus, here we go, picking him up. Going for another power slam, but he gets caught there. He gets caught all right into the Russian leg sweep by McIntyre. And the cover, 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count following the out of nowhere Russian leg sweep. As McIntyre is thinking, what does he have to do in order to defeat Sheamus? Neither man willing to lose this one. Okay, both men incredibly tough, and you're seeing that right now. However, you also see that Sheamus is incredibly powerful, with the strength on display once again before the heads collide. With that Drew McIntyre headbutt, okay, that skull practically like steel. Oh, wait a second. As Sheamus looks to steal the win, perhaps moving out of the way. Kicks, oh God, right to the lower spine before a bro kick out of freaking nowhere. In the cover, 1, 2, 3. And Sheamus out of nowhere moves out of the Claymore kick. Faster than I can say Claymore kick. I couldn't even freaking call the move. However, in the end, Sheamus moved out of it and then immediately grabbed him with the backbreaker before hitting him with the boot. And then it was lights out. Sheamus kicking off the show with a bro kick, then a victory on Drew McIntyre. My God, what a fight we just witnessed between those two behemoths. No, wait a second. Well, it's the tag team. The tag team champions. Sanity are in the ring, and Sheamus pointing at Alexander Wolf. Clearly confused, and so am I. What the hell, Wolf? What the hell? What are they doing against Sheamus with the clubbing clothesline? What in the hell is going on? As now he rolls to the outside, Alexander Wolf. Oh God, what does he have in mind? What does he have in mind here? Oh, and a power bomb by Wolf on the outside, and Sheamus, he tried to roll outside the ring, trying to escape, but it seems as though Sanity are set on sending a message to SmackDown, and more specifically to Sheamus. Not entirely sure what that's all about. However, Killian Dane throws him in the corner. And oh God, Killian the big man. Oh God, squashes Sheamus there on the mat like a bug. And Killian Dane, he's not done as he stares at Sheamus, picking him up, punching him in the head. Here on SmackDown, what in the hell are they doing? I have no idea, but I know what this is. Ulster plantation, planting him into the mat. I don't know what the hell Sanity are doing out here, but Sheamus definitely know their name now. Okay, they said that they were going to wreak chaos throughout SmackDown, and that's exactly what they're doing. Okay, the unpredictable Sanity strikes again, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. However, later on in the evening, we're going to be finding out the next contenders for those tag team titles. It's the number one contenders tag team match to mirror what happened on Monday Night Raw. Okay, the Rated R Superstar Edge was like, you know what? Let's have another number one contenders match. It's going to be the New Days, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods versus the Bludgeon Brothers, and that's not all. I mentioned it earlier on in the evening. Okay, EC3, he's not going to be appearing here tonight in the arena. Instead, he decided, you know what? I'm going to explain my actions at my own home from a remote location. EC3, live via satellite. He's got stuff to say to the SmackDown audience, and that's not all on this jam-packed episode of SmackDown. We also have the SmackDown Women's title match, baby. It's going to be Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey, the rematch from Money in the Bank. Hopefully this time it won't end in a double countout. I can't wait to see what happens as the Rowdy One is taking on the Queen. And then we move on now to our second match of the evening. Live and sold out. There you see in Dallas, Texas, as Johnny Gargano. Okay, the man who defeated EC3 a few weeks ago, perhaps motivating him and getting him out of this slump that he has been in for the past year. Okay, constantly focusing on Tommaso Ciampa, not even being able to really enjoy the fact that he won the WWE title because of Tommaso Ciampa's attack against his opponent. Okay, Johnny Gargano, he's had a lot to think about, and right now he's got to be thinking about his opponent. It's a rematch from a few months ago. It's Johnny Gargano versus Rusev. Now Rusev, in their matchup a few months back, quite handily defeated Johnny Gargano. Tonight, let's see if Rusev can do it again. Okay, Rusev, of course, the most recent challenger for Braun Strowman's Intercontinental Championship. However, as you see right there, Rusev, he's coming out championship-less as he lost that encounter against Braun Strowman. As Rusev makes his way to the ring, Intercontinental Championship not around his waist. Tonight, he's looking to take out the frustrations of that massive loss. And he's looking to beat the hell out of Johnny Gargano. Okay, now Rusev challenging Braun Strowman in what was a beefy brawl between two of the best bodybuilders in WWE. However, it doesn't matter how much you lift. Okay, Braun Strowman, he is a powerhouse. He is practically impossible to defeat. And tonight, Rusev, knowing that fact now, is looking to defeat a much, admittedly smaller man, Johnny Gargano. As now here we go. Rusev immediately screaming in the face of Gargano, popping himself up. And here we go, Gargano with the forearm strikes. And another one for good measure. And now Rusev, he is still standing. Okay, the Bulgarian Brute, the Russian Terminator. And Rusev with the kick to the side of the head. And there you see him. Rusev staring at Johnny Gargano, saying that he is going to crush him as the rotating shot there, and then an enziguri for good measure by Gargano, but Rusev is still standing. This absolute beast of a man as the super kick finally takes him down. Okay, Johnny Gargano finally takes down Rusev here. As now he goes for another enziguri. However, he gets countered once again into a kick by Rusev. Okay, that kick to the side of the head, the thick kick. As Johnny Gargano can feel the pain radiating throughout his skull. However, Gargano, there you see him rolling out of the way. Smart strategy by Johnny. As the 1 count there by the referee. And oh wait, Gargano. Oh God! Going for that signature spear through the ropes. But all he gets met with is his face full of ring canvas. As Rusev, there you see him screaming in fury. Okay, screaming in excitement at the thought of punishing Johnny Gargano tonight, and that's exactly what he's doing as he goes to pick him up for the belly to belly. However, Gargano, he's fighting back with the punches to the head. Oh God, and then he takes him down with the springboard DDT. Rusev rolls out of the way, however, but Johnny Gargano has to keep the momentum. He has to keep showing off that agility, that speed, because that's his advantage here tonight. The agility, the speed, and the technical mastery of Johnny Gargano in between those ropes. And speaking of which, diving through the ropes with the spear. And Johnny Gargano, he's fired up right now. He's got Rusev, bounces him off the ropes, catching him into a Hurricane Rana. And Rusev, I don't think he knows what's hit him, because Gargano right now, he's like a blur in that ring, flying around the ring, going as fast as possible. 1, 2... No, and only a 2 count off the top rope. Frog splash diving onto the stomach of Rusev, but Rusev still kicks out. As Gargano with the punch to the back of the head, and again, however, Rusev, he's gotten sick of it as another kick again. However, he goes for a kick to the back, trying to continue the momentum of kicks. However, this time he turns those kicks into fists as the punch to the head, followed by another one, and Gargano can't even stand. As Rusev, he said, "Come on, hit me, I dare you," and that's exactly what Gargano was looking to do. But now he gets caught there by the strength and powerful Rusev. As Rusev, the Bulgarian Brute, is looking to continue the pressure, looking to continue the momentum. He's building for himself, however, not if Gargano has anything to say about it. He moves out of the way, and now the punches and the strikes. And here we go. Gargano catching him into a Hurricane Rana. Goes to the top rope again. What does he have in mind? Not too sure. Oh, God, goes for the double stomp. Moves out of the way, though. And Rusev continuing the fight. However, Gargano reverses. Okay, dropping him on his chin on the top of the head of Gargano. And here we go. Johnny continuing the fight. However, Rusev fights back with the forearm strike. He goes to pick him up. Double-handed choke slam, perhaps. However, not if Gargano has anything to say about it. As Gargano continuing the fight, and not to turn your attention away from what has been an excellent matchup. Oh, wait a second. It looks like I can't even get to my point without Gargano doing some impressive maneuvering. And speaking of which, super kick. No, he moves out of the way of the super kick. Moves out of the way of the super kick before dropping Gargano on his stomach. Okay, but I have to get my point out there, okay? Following this matchup, I have been alerted that EC3 is ready and set to speak via his home, via satellite, as Johnny Gargano sends a fist to Rusev via his hand. However, Rusev is fighting back nonetheless. Okay, the overwhelming power, the overwhelming size of Rusev on display. Gargano tosses him into the corner. Oh, but Rusev counters. Taking him down, kick to the stomach, punch to the head for good measure. Before, oh, got a kick right to the stomach. Oh, and then another kick for good measure to the back, and here we go. Rusev's got the hold locked in. The accolade is locked in, and Gargano has no other choice. And Rusev with a big victory over Johnny Gargano. What a fight we just witnessed, okay? Parts of me thought that Johnny Gargano was going to win that, okay? If he went for that DIY kick. Okay, the kick from the corner, went to go for that little super kick. However, that super kick had massive ramifications during this matchup because the fact that he missed it led to Rusev continuing the fights, continuing the pressure, and then continuing to beat him down, hitting the accolade submission hold, and it was lights out here on SmackDown. Rusev. There you see him, the winner of this matchup, defeating Johnny Gargano in what was one hell of a fight. Who can stop Rusev? I have no idea. No, wait a second. Wait a second! Robert Roode, what the hell with the steel chair? What in the hell is he doing out here? Robert! Again, over and over again with the steel chair on Johnny. What the hell is he doing out here? Gargano. Okay, we've already seen one attack via Sanity. It looks like we're getting another via Robert Roode as he tosses Gargano to the outside. What the hell? Well, I do apologize for the language by Robert Roode. Okay, Robert Roode saying that he deserves to be treated with some respect. Either way, though, I don't know how to turn my attention to this, but here we go. Braun Strowman, Intercontinental Champion, Kevin Owens last week saying that he wants the title. Strowman tweeted out earlier saying he accepted, but what the hell happened with Robert Roode? Well, EC3 explaining to the world that Jackson Ryker is, well, to sum it up, his permanent bodyguard. Okay, apparently saying that Jackson Ryker got the chance to not only be signed to WWE, but also skip NXT entirely, so to join SmackDown alongside EC3. So I guess Jackson Ryker is now officially a part of the SmackDown roster. Well, that can only spell disaster for anybody looking to take the WWE Championship away from EC3. However, we move on now, not talking about the WWE title, but to the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, as these two men, the Bludgeon Brothers, are set for action against the New Day's Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Now, of course, Big E, he fought at Money in the Bank in that ladder match, taking horrific bumps, like spearing himself onto a steel ladder that practically took him out of the entire match up until the very end, trying to stop Daniel Bryan from taking down the briefcase. However, in the end, Big E, he just couldn't stop him. That's why Daniel Bryan is your Mr. Money in the Bank. So, I mean, it's a new day, yeah, it is, but looks like we're not going to get the whole spiel of the WWE Universe, all that stuff. No, it looks like we're going to go straight into a fight between two of the best tag teams in WWE today, as Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the high-flying duo, is set to take on the incredibly powerful Bludgeon Brothers. Now, of course, the Bludgeon Brothers, former tag team champions in their own right, they are a dominant and destructive tag team that is just no joke. If you were to look at their bludgeoning hammers as metaphors, then Rowan and Harper are the metallic heads of those hammers, because they look to crush and destroy everyone in their way. And tonight, the men in their way are these two, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Now, of course, a few months back, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods were attacked by the Bludgeon Brothers. So tonight, they're going to get a bit of revenge. And perhaps they're also going to be looking to get the SmackDown Tag Team Championship shot against Sanity. As here we go, the bell has rung. It's Rowan and Kofi kicking it off as a punch to the head connects. And oh God, speaking of connections, Kofi Kingston just connects with the match with a brutal choke slam there. Okay, the Bludgeon Brothers have described the New Day as complete wastes. And tonight, it looks like Rowan is just looking to waste Kofi Kingston before getting into the SmackDown Tag Team Championship scene against Sanity. However, following the attack on Sheamus, who would want to face them? As Kofi Kingston looks to build some momentum for himself, looking to finally hit a maneuver. However, seems as though he moves out of the way of that one, and he is hitting a few moves of his own. Okay, the chop kick combination before jumping up into the stomp, stomping him into the ground. Sanity watching this one, I can assure you, backstage, or perhaps they're not. I don't know. They're so unpredictable. They could be out at Wendy's. I don't freaking know. Either way, though, Kofi Kingston is looking to take out Rowan right now. However, Rowan, with the power on display, chopping him down. Okay, the uppercut right to the chin before making the tag to Luke Harper. And now, oh God, it takes him down with the suplex, connecting the back suplex. Following this one, of course, the SmackDown Women's Championship gonna be on the line. But right now, Luke Harper is looking to get himself a shot at the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. But now if Kofi Kingston has anything to say about it, catching the kick, bouncing off the ropes and connecting with the clothesline, and here we go. Oh, goes for another kick over. Luke Harper reverses with a super kick of his own. My God, you can almost hear the collision in the rafters. Okay, the thud of his boot to the skull of Kofi Kingston. That did not look good as Kofi Kingston gets launched into the air before eventually coming back down onto the mat. Oh God, and then a headbutt. Luke Harper beating the hell out of Kofi Kingston. However, Kofi Kingston, there you see him trying to fight back, but Harper saying, "Nuh-uh, not quite yet," as the power bomb connects, goes for the cover. No, and only a 2 count. Was Kofi Kingston slow to get up, but he does nonetheless. Oh, however, Harper gets reversed, and here we go. Kofi Kingston tosses him into the corner, makes the tag out to Xavier Woods, and Woods, the trombone playing machine in that ring, picks up Luke Harper before taking him down. Okay, taking him down with a bit of a cutter. However, Luke Harper is looking to cut off Xavier Woods' momentum following the tag into the ring, as the sprinting clothesline connects into the corner. Rowan watching on at ringside along with Kofi Kingston on the opposite corner, as now there you see Luke Harper with the pummeling shots to the head, the punches to the face. Okay, to the bridge of the nose, trying to break his damn nose, as here we go, connects out of nowhere. Xavier Woods, 1, 2, no, and it kicks out there. Okay, the eat defeat style maneuver by Xavier Woods. Speaking of which, that is a staple of Mia Yim, a woman who's going to be competing this Saturday at NXT TakeOver New York. But right now, these two teams are only focused on this matchup. Oh, as the Hurricane Rana connects by Xavier Woods, but Harper rolls out of the way. He rolls out of the ring, and there you see Xavier Woods. He's not afraid. He's not afraid of one half of the Bludgeon Brothers. Goes for the strike. Oh, God, but gets met with the kick by Harper. The super kick connecting as Xavier Woods, runs right into a headbutt. As now, wait a second, he gets taken down, though. Does Luke Harper before snap suplex. Back and forth between these two men. And only a 1 count. Somehow only a 1 count. Following on the punishment he's taken. And wait a second. Oh my God. Out of nowhere. 2, 3, and it's over. And oh my God, that did not look pretty. The Bludgeon Brothers win here tonight. I was almost sure that Xavier Woods was going to kick out of that. However, I guess the collision of that discus clothesline. Oh my God, there you see him bouncing off the ropes. That did not look pretty, not at all. Hopefully Xavier Woods is okay. However, what's not okay is the tag team division, because this point forward, it could be the Bludgeon Brothers or Sanity as the tag team champions. Alrighty then. Okay. We saw something similar at Money in the Bank with the Rabbit. However, we also saw something similar on Raw. Thought it was going to be a Raw specific thing, but I guess not. Because in SmackDown as well, we're also getting weird, creepy vignettes of weird things. Okay, sure. That makes me feel good. I get paid to do this. I don't want to quit my job over this, but just know, now little girls are being targeted, or whatever this is. Okay. Well, at least it gives me a pretty good transition as we're going from little girls to 2 women ready to fight. And it's all about the SmackDown Women's Championship, baby. It's the main event of the evening. As that woman right there, Charlotte Flair, is looking to challenge Ronda Rousey. This is a dream match in the making, and I can't wait to see what happens. Right here on SmackDown as Rousey. There you hear the music. She is ready to fight. And that's exactly what we're gonna be getting right there. The SmackDown Women's title. Over her shoulder, and the intense expression on her face says it all. Okay, losing last week to Mickie James. And then before that, Money in the Bank, having a double count out draw between herself and Charlotte Flair that ended up with both women fighting into the crowd. Ronda Rousey getting slammed through a table and then humiliated, tapping out outside the ring to Charlotte's figure 8. Ronda Rousey, she is pissed off, she is furious, she has had enough of Charlotte, and right now, we're going to be seeing if she will defeat her for the SmackDown Women's title. There you see it right there, the Women's Championship. That's what it's all about. This is a very intense main event. Okay, this whole thing started with Charlotte attacking Ronda Rousey, natural selection on a steel chair, following Ronda Rousey's big victory on Sasha Banks at Backlash. As Charlotte is set to take on Ronda Rousey, and it's for the SmackDown Women's title, baby. Here we go. It's the main event of the evening. As Charlotte saying, come on, let's go. Oh God, and Ronda immediately. Oh my God, as quick as the flash there with the strikes, and here we go. The strikes by Ronda Rousey before another one for good measure. Forearm strike connects, and Rousey now talking a bit of smack, trying to play some mind games for Charlotte Flair. However, oh, Ronda Rousey reverses. Okay, the kick to the leg, and now the quick jabs. The quick jabs connecting before a kick to the stomach by Charlotte, and here we go. What is Charlotte doing? What does she have in mind? Going to the outside, and oh, wait a second. Wait a second! Figure 4 around the ring post, working over the legs, the knees. Oh my God. Okay, we've seen that a few times. However, Charlotte Flair busted it out. I did not expect that maneuver at all, especially not this early into the matchup, as Ronda Rousey, she tries to stand up, and that's exactly what she does. However, she gets met with the furious chops by Charlotte Flair before the, oh God, neck breaker there by the Queen, turning her around. As Charlotte Flair has Ronda Rousey now, tosses her across the ring. However, she gets met with the corner there. Okay, getting met with the turnbuckles. However, Ronda Rousey, oh, is looking to meet someone as well. Okay, the name is the ring mat, and that's exactly where her face just landed. And Charlotte Flair feeling a bit cocky right now, but Ronda Rousey is fighting back with a kick to the back of the leg. Oh, but it looks like Charlotte fires back with a punch to the back of the head before catching her again into that incredibly beautiful maneuver there, dropping her on the back of her head, on the back of her neck. Okay, it looked painful. Oh, and speaking of pain, looks like that is exactly what Charlotte is bringing towards Ronda Rousey with the knee connecting. As you just saw a few moments ago, working over the leg, following that figure 4 in the corner. Charlotte Flair now working over every body part she can. But something tells me in the back of her head, those legs are definitely going to be the focal point for her throughout this fight, as Ronda Rousey is just trying to beat the hell out of Charlotte. Oh God, but she gets dropped on the back of her neck. As now Charlotte, watches as Ronda rolls to the outside. Ronda, however, oh wait a second, oh my God. I did not expect that. Okay, Charlotte Flair from the top rope all the way to the floor, busting out a Hurricane Rana. As now the title reign of Ronda Rousey might be busted. As Charlotte, oh God, with a stomp right to the ankle. Working over the legs once again. There you see her. There you see her right now as Charlotte has Ronda Rousey picking her up here. Goes for a maneuver, but Ronda kicks Charlotte right in the stomach, trying to get out of it. And now another kick there by Ronda. And oh, wait a second, Ronda, she's trying to fire back. She's coming back now. Oh, and there you go with a third clothesline, the trifecta. And Ronda Rousey trying to build this momentum. However, Charlotte stopping her dead in her tracks, tossing her across the ring before launching herself once again into a forearm shot. Okay, we saw it earlier in the evening. However, we didn't see this. And Charlotte, with what some have described as the best moonsault in the game. 2. No, and only a 2 count there. As Flair doing something her daddy never did. Okay, a top rope moonsault. However, he never fought Ronda Rousey either. A very, impressive and dangerous competitor as Flair with the kick to the skull. And Ronda is rocked. Before Charlotte decides to talk a bit more smack towards Ronda Rousey. However, Rousey reverses with the forearm strike. And oh, wait a second. Rousey with the Piper's Pit. That's exactly the maneuver that won her the said SmackDown Women's title at WrestleMania. No, and only a 2 count. As Ronda Rousey stares down at Charlotte, trying to think of what to do now. Oh God, and the strike connecting. Okay, the quick jab right to the head of Charlotte Flair. However, Flair rolls to the outside after throwing Ronda onto the ground before throwing her again, this time into the ring. Oh God, and then the steel steps collide with Ronda Rousey as she is just sent into the solid steel. As Charlotte Flair, now the aggression on display of the Queen. Okay, using the outside to her advantage throughout this entire match. Okay, no wasted motion. As Ronda Rousey, wait a second, gets caught, and Charlotte Flair sends her face first once again into the mat. As Ronda Rousey now, oh, wait a second. Charlotte has her here. She's got her going for the bridge, and she connects the figure 8. The figure 8 is locked in. Ronda Rousey, she's got nowhere to go. She's trying to reach towards those ropes. However, right now she's flailing around the ring before, getting out of it with a punch right to the head. Getting out of it there somehow. And oh God, there we go. Ronda Rousey with the quick strikes, trying to build herself up. Okay, falling and almost defeat by Charlotte Flair. As Flair with a clothesline. And another one there, mirroring what Ronda Rousey did earlier on. The same motions as Charlotte Flair. Continuing the pressure. Ronda Rousey, okay, she is not looking good throughout this entire match. Charlotte has beaten the hell out of her as the boot to the head connects of Ronda Rousey once again. As Flair, with another chop, and another one, and those vintage chops there by Charlotte Flair. As Ronda now, with a strike to the gut. And then another punch, this time again, over and over again with the jabs. And now here we go. Ronda Rousey takes her down. Rousey trying to tap out the Queen. Here we go. Oh, wait a second. Oh, and Charlotte punching out of it just like Ronda did with her figure 8. As Charlotte and Ronda, Ronda punches her, turns her around here. Charlotte Flair, however, with the strikes there. But gets sent over the top rope. Okay, using her own momentum does Ronda to have Charlotte run over the top rope as Charlotte goes back into the ring, goes for the roll-up pin, but no. Only a 2 count. As Ronda, here we go, goes for another maneuver, but Charlotte pushes her off. Charlotte pushes her off, running into the kick to the stomach. And now, natural selection. And even though it wasn't on a steel chair, I'll guarantee you that was sure as hell effective. It could be over, 2. No, and only a 2 count. My God, I thought we had a new champion right there. However, Ronda Rousey gets the shoulder up somehow. And Charlotte, she can't believe it. She cannot believe that Ronda Rousey kicked out in this explosive main event here tonight, as the kick to the stomach and another chop. Oh, and then another chop there, this time by Ronda. And oh, wait a second. She's got her. And she takes her down. Middle of the ring. Piper's Pit. 1, 2, 3. And it's over. Ronda Rousey surviving the onslaught of Charlotte Flair. And oh my God, what an onslaught it was. There you see earlier on. Okay, figure 4 around the ring post, launching herself to the outside with the Hurricane Rana, and then launching her back inside the ring before a bam connecting with the moonsault off the top. Picture perfect. However, it was not perfect enough. Okay, Ronda Rousey, we already saw 1 Piper's Pit. Charlotte Flair trying to finish it off with the figure 8. Okay, there you see in the replay before the armbar connecting. Okay, both women hitting each other with the best submission maneuver possible. But in the end, neither woman could put the other one away with a submission hold. So Charlotte Flair realized that. She realized, you know what, I'm going to go for a natural selection, try to get the pin. But it wasn't enough. And then Ronda Rousey mirrored that statement with a Piper's Pit, going for the pin, getting the victory. And there you see her, still SmackDown Women's Champion. Who can stop the reign of Ronda Rousey? I have no idea. However, that is going to end off this episode of SmackDown.